From the moment Michael met Emily, he believed their love was unshakable. They were the kind of couple people admired, supportive, loving, and excited about their shared future. But as their wedding day approached, a shadow from Emily's past returned, and with it came lies so toxic they nearly destroyed everything. Emily's ex boyfriend, Lucas, suddenly claimed he was gravely ill, and Emily, torn between compassion and commitment, found herself slipping away from Michael. What Michael discovered next would shatter not only their engagement, but Emily's trust in her own judgment forever. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. Michael had always been patient when it came to Emily's lingering friendships. She had been honest about her past with Lucas, explaining that while their romantic relationship had ended years ago, they had parted on friendly terms. Michael wasn't thrilled, but he trusted her. Besides, they were planning a wedding, floral arrangements, venue choices, cake tasting. Every moment was infused with the magic of building a shared life. But one evening, Emily came home pale and distracted. She avoided his eyes as she quietly said, Lucas reached out. He's sick, Michael. Really sick. He doesn't have much time. Chapter 2. Doubts begin to emerge. At first, Michael pushed aside the uneasy knot in his stomach. He understood compassion. If someone from his past were dying, he would want to offer comfort too. But within days, Emily was spending hours on the phone with Lucas, visiting him in the hospital and canceling wedding planning meetings. She would return home emotionally drained, saying things like, I can't just abandon him, Michael. He needs me. But what struck Michael as strange was how secretive she became. She never let him visit Lucas with her. She refused to show him any medical paperwork. And when Michael gently suggested that Lucas's family or close friends should be there for him, she snapped, I'm the only one he trusts right now. Chapter 3. A Wedge in the Relationship. Weeks passed, and Michael started to feel like an outsider in his own engagement. Conversations became strained. Wedding preparations stalled entirely. One night, as Michael tried to talk about rescheduling a meeting with the caterer, Emily said something that sent a cold wave through him. Maybe we should postpone the wedding until Lucas, you know, passes. It wouldn't feel right celebrating while he is suffering. Postpone their wedding for her ex? Michael sat in stern silence, realizing for the first time just how much power Lucas held over her. Chapter 4. The First Red Flags of Manipulation. Something didn't add up. Lucas's supposed illness had no visible proof beyond Emily's word, and Lucas, Michael knew, had a history. Emily had told him in earlier conversations that Lucas was controlling and manipulative when they dated. Michael's instincts screamed that something was wrong, so he began digging, carefully, quietly. He reached out to mutual acquaintances, checked social media posts, and even visited the hospital where Lucas claimed to be admitted. What he found was shocking. Lucas was never admitted to that hospital. In fact, there was no record of him receiving treatment for any terminal illness. Chapter 5. The Turning Point. Armed with suspicion but lacking irrefutable proof, Michael decided to test Lucas's story. He asked Emily if they could visit Lucas together, offering to bring flowers and food. Emily froze. Her excuses were immediate. He's too weak for visitors, or the doctors don't want anyone but me there. Michael knew then that Lucas was isolating her, and she was letting him. That night, Michael confided in his best friend Aaron, who offered a brilliant suggestion. Catch him in his own lie. If he's faking, we'll make him slip up. Chapter 6. The Trap is Set. The next day, Michael orchestrated a plan. He told Emily he had to travel for work and wouldn't be available for a few days. In reality, he stayed in town and followed her, discreetly, to see where she was going. Instead of a hospital, Emily drove to a trendy cafe, where Lucas sat outside, healthy as ever, laughing with friends. No oxygen tanks, no frail appearance, just a smug grin when he spotted him. Michael stayed hidden, taking photos and videos. Lucas even lit a cigarette at one point, hardly the behavior of a man on the verge of death. Chapter 7. The Confrontation. Michael knew this was his moment. He approached the table, calmly placing his phone, still recording, on the surface. Terminal illness, huh? You look surprisingly alive for someone with days to live, Michael said evenly. Lucas's smirk faltered. Emily's face went pale, her eyes darting between them. Michael showed her the hospital's admission records, or rather, the lack thereof. He showed her the footage from moments earlier. Lucas's excuses crumbled into awkward stammers. It was then Michael learned the truth. Lucas had fabricated his illness to get Emily's attention, knowing it would play on her empathy. His goal? To cause enough emotional turmoil to make her leave Michael before the wedding. Chapter 8. The Final Betrayal. But the real blow came when Michael looked at Emily and asked, "Did you ever stop to think about me? About us? Or was his word more important than mine?" Emily's tears fell freely. She admitted she had believed Lucas entirely, convinced that helping him was the right thing to do. She had never considered that he could be lying, and in doing so, she had put her fiancé second to a manipulative ex. Michael realized then that while Lucas was the instigator, the real fracture came from Emily's willingness to doubt him so easily. Chapter 9. Walking Away. Michael returned the engagement ring to her hand. His voice was steady, though his chest felt like it was splitting open. "I can forgive mistakes, Emily, but I can't spend my life with someone who trusts the past more than the future we were building. You chose him over me, and that tells me everything I need to know." Without another word, he walked away, leaving Emily frozen in place, watching the man she was supposed to marry disappear from her life. Michael's story is one of painful clarity, a reminder that trust, once broken, is almost impossible to repair. Emily learned too late that misplaced loyalty can destroy the things that truly matter. Lucas walked away with nothing but shame, but the real tragedy was the love lost between two people who could have had everything, if only one of them had been stronger against manipulation. Common person perspective. From an outsider's view, Michael's choice was both heartbreaking and brave. Many would argue that love is about forgiveness, but there's a line between compassion and blind trust. The fact that Emily couldn't see through Lucas's manipulation or even consider her fiance's feelings speaks volumes about where her priorities laid. The takeaway: your partner's trust should be your highest priority. If you allow someone from your past to undermine that trust, you are not risking your relationship, you are guaranteeing its end. So tell me, audience, if your trust was broken like Michael's, would you ever forgive? If this story pulled at your heart, give it a like and make sure you are subscribed for more gripping tales of love, betrayal, and redemption.